Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or indeed if you're new, welcome. Tonight's video is going to be a palette, and I'm just going to be doing swatches of it tonight. Now this palette's new to me, might not be new to you, and you're going to get the glare on my ring light as you can see, but this is the Profusion Cosmetics Pro Pigment. It's got 12 Pro Pigment shades with a dual-ended brush, and the dual-ended brush isn't in here because I've used it, so it's been washed. So I've got my laptop here because I was on my laptop and then I thought, I feel inspired to do something. So let me just have a wee read to you here. So this one I've got costs $11.99, so that's super cheap. And what does it say? It says, what does it say about Profusion? Have you got any? This laptop. Take your eye looks to the next level with this 21 shade multi-finish shadow palette. Features a variety of shades and different finishes to customise your look. Ultra blendable pigments can be worn alone or layered for stunning definition. Includes dual-ended Pro Series brush for quick and easy application, ideal for a wide variety of skin tones. So yeah, so I got it off the site. So the site looks like this. I'll leave all the details down below. So what I'm going to do for you today is I am just going to swatch these. I haven't used it at all yet because I wanted to do swatches first. Now the first thing I want to say is swatches are never going to be as good on your hand, particularly if there's any matte ones, as they are on your eyes, because they're made for your eyes. So don't take it at face value that the swatches that I'm going to show you, you know, whether they're like, oh, that's not so good, you know. So yes, let's dive in, shall we? $11.99, that's really good. So hopefully they're like good quality. So this is the shades here. Hopefully you can pick them all up. I'm so drawn to this mad pink colour. Okay, so let's swatch them. So is there any matte ones? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 matte colours, and the rest are like a shimmer. So I'm going to go in with the first one, and it's called Precious. And this is it here. On first glance at that, that's pretty pants. Okay, that's not the best start, actually, because that is showing up basically bugger all. I mean, even swatched on my hand, look. That's showing up nothing. Great start, Profusion, great start. Right, let's see if we can get the lighting, whoa, to the way we want it and bring in a tad. So the first one is called Precious, and even on my finger you see fake oil. Now let's try something. Let's try wetting my finger with a bit of Fix Plus. Just a wee bit. Whoa. And I'll try putting it in there and we'll see if it makes any difference. Slightly, but no. Okay, so the first shade is a thumbs down. But we don't know what it's like on the lid. It might be nice on the lid and it might be nice with an eye primer. Anyway, let's move on to Lively, which is a matte shade here. So that's coming up slightly better. So let's give this a swatch. And this is just a matte sort of light peachy shade. So that's it there on my hand. There isn't a heck of a lot of pigment to it. So yeah, so far it's not blowing me away. Next one is Atomic, which is another sort of glittery one, which has got a bit more pigment, but it takes a lot to come up on my skin tone. So that's Atomic. That's a white shimmery one, which you can maybe use as an inner corner highlight. Next one up is called Fling, which is this matte brown one here, and it feels lovely to touch. and it's just a nice matte brown one. That's just one swatch of it, so that's nice and subtle. I quite like that. Excuse me. Now we're getting into a bit of colour. So this one's called, is it Pop with an exclamation mark? Yeah, Pop with an exclamation mark, which is this light shimmery pink colour, which looks like so. So give that a wee swatch there. Oh, that's quite nice. I think you need 2 or 3 goes at these shadows. So that's it there. Just a light sort of shimmering pink. See that there? I actually think these two colours go quite nice together, like the brown with a bit of the pink. Right, I'm just going to rub that off my hands, and they rub away really easily. So, okay, and then we've got another one. It's a bit weird to have 3 shades sort of similar. These two weren't very good, so we'll see what the next one is. The next one is called Frosting. It doesn't feel nice to touch at all. I feel like you'd have to claw at it to get some kind of payoff. That's the payoff we're getting. And again, there's just nothing showing. So I would say that is a feature flaw in this palette, is those 3 top white shades, 1, 2 and 3 are not good. Let's move on to Shimmy, which is this gold one, which feels lovely to the touch. Oh, and it looks like this. So that's like molten gold. That's a bit better. It's nice and subtle. That's just one swipe of it. I'll do another swipe over that. So it's buildable. That would be nice for a Christmassy look. So I have to say my favourite ones on the top row are Shimmy, the pop pink one, and the matte brown one. The rest of them, they're not floating my boat. So let's move to row 2, and the first one is called Beloved, which is this one here. Feels like butter. It's another sort of shimmery one here. Oh, that's a nice colour. So that's it up here, and that's just one swatch of it. So one swatch of it is really not doing anything. And that's it with 2 swatches. So again, it's very, very subtle. So these might be good shadows to buy, like maybe someone that's starting out with makeup that doesn't, you know, just needs a starter kit. This might be good for them. Next up is Dizzy, which is another sort of goldish shade. It almost looks like a rose gold, this one. Yeah, it's like a rose gold shades. Like, this palette would be probably good for someone that likes subtleness. So that is a nice shade. That's like a nice rose gold. I like that. So if you were the kind of person, like my friend Emily, she doesn't really like shimmers and that now that she's getting older. This is what she says. But, you know, she could wear like these shades because they're subtle, even though they've got the shimmer. Next up is Rush, which is more of a deeper toned rose gold, but still, it's more an orangey rose gold, I would say, this one. That's it here. That again, that's a stunning shade. You know, so if you wanted to, you know, you could have your bit of colour, but it's still subtle. So that's that. And then first matte one in the second row is called Devoted. And it's this shade here. Why do I always use my middle finger to swatch? Whoa, now that one's pigmented. So what kind of colour would I say that is? It's like a kind of burgundy, sort of a deep red. So that would be nice to use and then build up with these sort of colours, or even the pink one from the top row. So far the middle row's winning, and as you can see I've wiped it off my hand there. Then we've got Disco. Oh, that feels buttery, which is this neon looking pink shade of gold. That is neon. So that's pretty wild, that one. Be good for an 80s disco vibe, or if you wanted to add a pop of colour, but that's not the brightest one. We're moving on to Jive. Oh. Now we're getting into the 90s techno with the disco Jive. So that's your bright colours there. And then the last one on this row is called Bestie, and it is like a mushroomy kind of deeper sort of a brown shade. Again, a good transitional shade, that brown there. And that is your third row. Now, can I get these colours off my hands? So we'll just have a wee spritz of that. So, looking at the middle row, personally, my favourites on this middle row are these two shades here, which were the rose goldy one and the more orangey tone rose gold. And I quite liked this as the matte shade. These are okay, but they're about and Beloved, it was alright. But this row has more going for it for me than the top one. So let's move on to the last one. So this first one's called Crackle. And again, it's like a coppery, goldy sort of shade. Again, so there is quite a lot of similar shades in this palette. It's alright. Then we've got Power Up, which is again a bronzy one. Just slightly darker, I guess. I'm glad I did not pay a lot for this palette, I'm going to say that. And then we've got Adorn, which is more of a purpley shift to it. But then, I'm going to show you in a minute, it's like a purpley shift to me looking at it on my finger, but when I put it onto my hand, look, I don't know, it's almost like duochrome maybe. This is the shade here I'm talking about. I'm going to move myself out of the way. So I don't know. Okay, and then we've got Bordeaux. And this one is more of a brownie toned one there. See that on my hand? That's quite nice, I quite like that. Round out a space here. And then the next one in is called Queen. And this is a very subtle lilac shade. But comes off pink on the hand. That's it here, but that's it on my hand. See, this is what I mean. I mean, we won't find out what any of them are like until I actually try them on the eyes. And then we've got Go Girl. Go Girl, you go girl, which is like this sort of cerise kind of colour, and it's matte. And again, excuse me, I would say that's very similar to the Devoted one, which doesn't look that colour in this. And then the last one is called Nebula. Ooh. And as you can see, it's a kind of blue with glittery tones. And I'm going to have to swatch it on the hairy part of my arm there. So it's almost like a bluey kind of grey glittery shift almost. Let's have a look. Well, here it looks like a purpley sort of blue, doesn't it? So from this lot, I would say my favourite is actually these two here of what I've swatched. And this one looks nice swatching. But I find that with a lot of them, they swatch better on my finger than when I pop them onto my hand. That's why I was saying to you at the beginning of the video, you know, don't be put off and be like, oh, they look absolutely shit. Swatches. And this is the result you get at the end. Because they're not meant to go in the back of my hand or your hand. They're supposed to go in your eyes. So yeah, that is that. So you get all these shadows for $11.99. And my first criticism looking at it and swatching it is that there's no, why these three colours the same, and in the same row even. I mean, Precious was non-existent. Atomic, Frosting. I mean, when I look at them here, away from the camera, Atomic and Frosting look exactly the same. Now, I've got the Kat Von D Glimmer palette, and I know myself, in fact, I think I can just reach for it. Yes, hold on. I've got it here, so I'll explain it to you. So I've got this Kat Von D palette, it's the only one I've got, and some people think that are annoyed by this palette because they see the shades are similar. So this is what it looks like. Whoa. Right? And people, I'll hold it that way. So people obviously say that, you know, why is there like two whites there, right? But they're different colours. They actually are. Might not seem it, but they are. And then they're like this colour and this colour and this colour and that colour are similar, but they're really not. So this is a higher end palette, obviously, to the Profusion one. But I do see the difference. Like if I swatch this one, and then I'll swatch this one here. Look, there's not much difference, but there is a difference. Like one of them has got more silvery gold in it, and one of them's got more, I can't even see, one of them has got more silvery gold in it, and one of them has got more gold flakes through it. And trust me, if you're holding this in front of you, you can see the difference. Now understand, obviously, if you're going to pay £30 odd for a palette, you might want it to be a bit more different. But I don't look at this one and think those two are the same. They are similar, but this one's got more white in it, and the other one's got a more gold shift to it. Whereas with these three, right, so I'll swatch Frosting and Atomic, and that one doesn't even show up. I mean, look, I'm going to move you this side now. Look, see that? It's not even showing up. It's just, so I'll dip into them again and I'll put them beside the swatches. So this one I'm dipping into here. This one is called Frosting, and I am really having to rub like buggery into it. Then we've got Atomic, which I'll put beside it, and then we'll go into the very first one we did, which was Precious. Okay, so I don't know how good this is going to show. So these are the two Kat Von D ones, right? These are the three Profusion ones. Now looking at it on my arm there, there's a blue shift of glitter in one of them. There's a yellowy white shift in this one, and there's a pink undertone to this. But my mind is blown. It's like, I just don't understand what the hell the point is. So it's like they all have a different glitter undertone, apparently. But I mean, you can see, look at how much I've had to dig into them just to get them. So my criticism of this so far, bearing in mind that I've not actually used it on my eyes, is one, these three colours, there's no need for three of them, personally. And the pigmentation is not great. But in saying that, I did pay $11.99 for it. You get 21 shades. You don't need to use or like all that are in it. And I haven't used it on my eyes yet. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative. If you are thinking of trying anything from Profusion, if you have, let me know in the comments what you thought. If you've got this palette, and let me know what it's like. What do you think to these three white shades? Is there any need for them to be in there? Do you think maybe they just thought, I don't know what to put in it, so I'll stick 3 similar shades in that don't even show up? Do I need to scratch the top off? I don't know. I will be doing a look at some point on my channel using this because I wanted to swatch it first for you guys before I used it, and hopefully when I apply it to my lids we will be a bit more happy. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and to enter my 1000 subscriber giveaway. At the moment we are at 829, so still plenty of time. I don't think we'll be hitting 1000 before the end of 2018, but it could be my first goal for 2019. So have a great evening wherever you're getting up to, and it's not long till Christmas, and it's not long to my birthday either, but 3 weeks to my birthday, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.